Your Royal Majesties and Chiefs present, accept my hearty gratitude for your having taken time. Spend resources and fiscal strength to travel long distances for the sake of joining the Wanga Kingdom in celebrating the realized millennium and May 50 years anniversary. We all have the noble duty of ensuring consistency in harmonizing and strengthening peaceful cohesion in our states. Some of our royal kings and chiefs reign in conflict-stricken states where the need for us to hold hands and as a family and team of reason advance our calculated interventions to cause and nurture a pervading culture of peace in such areas or in such states. Confidence and courage are the essential and parameters of success in carrying out such missions. We must all have the faith that we can transform Africa back into peaceful haven it was many centuries in the past. In arbitrating and mediating for peace, we must not be stampeded. Power feeling. Let us come together as the respected cultural leaders of Africa to end mischiefs and unrest that portray our African title in bad tidings. Let us unite in banishing fear. We have to provide the machinery for restoring peaceful cohesion, economic resurgence, and psychosocial normalcy together with cannot fail. I am happy to note the interest and focus our Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga has in clinching the African Union leadership. This brings home the guest and the zest to lead the parade in building better Africa than before. We encourage the national government to continue supporting his move as his success for all of us, not only as a nation but as a continent. I beseech my fellow royal majesties to put her a hand in this process as we now family in realizing what reconstructs us better. The international history is now 21st century with strives to realize a better earth that supports livelihoods on a balanced continent. This basic fact is fielding a major look at the future. It's now a necessity to take stock and explore what the future holds for the humanity, notably in Africa. This is an ideal time to understand where we are coming from, and where we want to be in the future. The need to explore future possibilities is particularly relevant for Africa, given the precarious situation in which the continent finds itself today. Despite this basic fact, the African voice in the debate and dialogue about the future has been silent. We have come together today as a kingdom to assert our role in the direction of experience, development, and progression journey, and to discharge our duty to the great kingdom with expansive population, albeit under various systems and structures of government that had tied with the single constitution whose promulgation we all witnessed and adopted. Wanga Kingdom is today a mid-course in transition from of yesterday to the kingdom of tomorrow. Even as we stand here and seek to preserve our cherished culture, we cannot resist to live in the present, neither can we fear what the future holds. The task in which we have embarked, the restoration and preservation of cultural heritage, will not wait. We must act to shape and mold the future and leave our imprint on events as they slip past into history. We must salvage posterity from cultural decay. We seek at this event to determine whether we are going and to chart the course of our destiny. It's no less important that we know whether we came, that we know where we came. And awareness of our past is essential to the establishment of our personality and our identity as a kingdom. This kingdom has not created piecemeal. Wanga kingdom was born in the medieval epoch. The kingdom populations, no more and no less than other men, possess all human attributes, talents, and virtues. We have this rich history summarized in a booklet for circulation, and your ample access. Allow me at this juncture to define the thematic purpose of this auspicious event. I stand here as the king of the Great Wanga Kingdom, a happy citizen of Kakamega County, born and bred in Kenya and the son of Africa. I've always tried to instill in young people a sense of their heritage, which is Luhya, Kenya, and Africa, with all the strengths and all the struggles I have had to transverse Africa and international territories to synergize and participate proactively in building our coveted heritage. I have had comprehensive but meaningful sittings with kings, queens, and heads of states and diplomats to chart the best way forward in mainstreaming cultural virtues in contemporary development programs. We seek to open eyes to the amazing tapestry of history, culture, and the dynamic economics. It's now at this point I want to appreciate our kingdom's governor and more notably, the host governor, His Excellency FCPA Fernandez Baraza, whose 6-point development agenda fits well in the cultural mains and veins of our kingdom's aspirations. The will to put in place a robust Department of Culture and Social Services, not an afterthought, primed to please, but to reiterate and emphasize the essence of enculturation, the spine that holds our origin, present and future together. This allows the borrowing of lives, of reasons from ancient, medieval, and current eras to respect to their beginning, development, and resource generation questions of time. I'm delighted to reiterate that the new constitution has recognized culture and empowered parliament to enact legislation to ensure that communities receive compensation or royalties for the use of their cultures and cultural heritage. I'm well aware that the process is ongoing through the momentum taken as yet to unearth the clear systems and structures that will benefit the holders of indigenous knowledge. This begs for joint participation of our elders and the parliamentarians so that the legislation on traditional leadership can be passed by Parliament. The legal framework has to emphasize the relevance of traditional cultural institutions and leaders as recognized and integral part of central and national governance. This may be done in accordance with the culture, customs, and traditional wishes and aspirations of the people it applies. A traditional or cultural leader is to enjoy legally guarded privileges and benefits as may be conferred by the central government and county, or as that leader may be entitled to under culture, customs, traditions which are not inconsistent with the Constitution or this Act or any other law. Construction of monuments does not only convey the sense of cultural restoration for a single community, but goes deep to provide tourist attraction, hence a place that serves foreign exchange. Growth of gross domestic products is realized in many ways, and traditional institutions have a stake in the proceedings. My dear subjects of the Wanga Kingdom, continue being adherent to the laws of land, continue respecting leaders, complement their efforts, whether directed for a genuine cause. Whenever they are directed for a genuine cause. I will sit with my Council of Elders and draw a program that will allow rotational conduct of cultural functions in liaison with the county and national government, so that we tighten our bond and sense of belonging. A united kingdom can have a voice and a say in what goes around or comes around. And when this happens, the very kingdom reaps from the same effort in terms of socio-economical advancement. I'm happy to have all of you around me in these celebrations. May you all learn one or two aspects from the exhibitions around and make this kingdom your business. Let Wanga Kingdom be paragraph in your personal and collective historical notes. God bless Wanga Kingdom. God bless all the kingdom's counties. God bless all the kingdom counties. God bless Kenya. God bless all the kingdoms across Africa. God bless Africa, and God bless the international space. I know it was ilikuwa speech mrefu, nilikuwa naona kama ni peji mbili. Kumbe ilikuwa mrefu sana, poleni. Na sasa ningependa kuhakikishia wale ambao mmekuja kwamba sisi hapa katika Nabongo Cultural Center, ambayo ndiyo kiti ya ama makao makuu ya Wanga Kingdom, tumekuwa tukiwasiliana bega kwa bega na wenzetu kutoka nchi zingine za Afrika, pamoja na wenzetu kutoka Kenya, pamoja na wenzetu kutoka katika huu mkoa wetu ambao ni sub-tribe leaders. Ningependa kuwashukuru sana hao sub-tribe leaders kwa sababu wamefanya kazi kubwa sana kufanya hii sherehe ikamilike, pamoja na wale kamati ambayo ya Nairobi ambao wako hapa, ambao walifanya kazi mingi. Mimi nilikuwa nimesema hii sherehe haiwezekani, wakaniambia tuendelee. Ni mwamanyo kutsuba umaya muna kutsuba yola zingombe tsubu ngwani silwana zapaka tsifue. Sasa hawa wanobanzu wala itawezekana, na kweli imewezekana. Si imewezekana? Tunataka leo iwe siku ya furaha, siku ambayo sisi tutaweza kuandikisha katika historia ya kwamba king wa kisasa amecelebrate miaka 50. Waswahili wanasema 50. Mwisho kabisa, sijui kama nimekosa kurecognize yeyote hapa, lakini singependa kukaa hapa sana. Nilitarajia kusoma speech ya page moja na nimeenda zaidi. Nasema asanteni na karibuni kabisa katika Wanga Kingdom. Asanteni. Sorry, nilikuwa nasema nikimaliza nita-introduce Queen. Na unaona sasa nikimaliza tena nimesahau. Queen simama akuone. Huyo ndio kuja hapa useme jambo. Sasa huyu ndiye Queen Lilian Mumia ambaye anakaa na mimi. Sema salamu.
Thank you so much, Your Majesty, for that elaborate speech. It actually gives to the guests present the importance of our culture. It would also be great for our party leaders present, our political class, to understand that our young generation is getting eroded because we've forgotten about culture. It will be critical that as parties, as political class, you reconsider your position in rebuilding culture through the kingdoms, and you support Our Majesty in establishing a standing relationship with other counties.